Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the final game here on the South Rinks. On this good Monday night, you're watching the LI Sports Network and our coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. My name's Kevin Broder, joined by Wally Mitchell on camera. We got a varsity game going on behind us in the North Rink. Travis Quigley and Paul Trentini covering that game. Gabe Curry hovering between both rinks, doing some social media work for us. Go and follow the LI Sports Network on Instagram so you don't miss any of our content. Of course, we got last night's best, where we post the best replays, the best highlights from any given night here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, as well as best saves of the week. You're a goaltender, you want to be on there, do something impressive, we'll clip it, we'll get it out there, make sure the world can see it. Right now we got a matchup between Ward Melville, the Patriots, and East Islip, the Chiefs. Face-off coming at center ice. And we're going to get a delay as some Ward Melville players have to skate off. Potential equipment issue going on over there. And now we are underway. Kearney trying to win that face-off. Taken back by the Patriots. Febraro, number 32, still without one of the official Ward Melville jerseys, but I'm sure that's on the way for good Blake as we get our first whistle. Just 19 seconds in, face-off coming in the offensive end for the Pats. Sasso also making his first stop as he paddles another puck away into the left wing corner. Comes free and past the blue line. East Islip trying to get on the step. Febraro is back. Wheels it behind his own net to build the attack forward. Febraro finding some open room. Cuts right across the blue line, pulls up at the right circle. Trying to pass it back to his defense. Shot from distance. Sasso a blocker save. Karam's high into the board, spins around. East Islip get the touch, and they're free. Second start of the season for Ethan Schneider. Second start of the season for Sasso. Both of them played the full 45 minutes of their opener as well. No backup goaltender in attendance for either team, so this is what you got. Obviously, goaltender polls are rare in the JV level anyways. Rarely we saw any goaltender polls last year, even at the varsity level, unless you were St. Anthony's and you had a three-headed monster of goaltenders where you really could just pick between so many different players. East Islip into the offensive end for the first time this game, trying to generate some shots from the blue line. Lemaire gets a deflection that skips out in front for a second, but it was harmless as it ends up at the boards, and now for Ward Melville clear. Zano trying to get in front of that shot. Blashchuk helps guide it out. Blashchuk now free with his hands. Shot. Schneider makes the save. Takes a couple of hops. Now Ward Melville race back to the other side. Leonti trying to get a shot. Comes out for Braun. He tries to get back on defense as East Islip race down with a semi-breakaway. Turned around for a shot on goal. Reynolds takes it in the neutral zone now. Trying to chip it to himself. Said it's Blake Febraro. Cuts back into his own ends. Febraro with it again. Cutting across, and his team's going to get called for offsides. 12:02 remaining in the first period. Another offsides called here. So we'll do it again, same spot. Ward Melville looking to build the attack from the neutral zone. Swept towards the blue line. East Islip to intercept and play it forward. Swept into the offensive end by LaRoe. To the corner now. East Islip generating a shot that goes off to the left. Banks off the end boards to the near side. Some more good hits over in the corner. Now Ward Melville are free to clear. Good stick battle. Possession ends up with Sprunk. I think that Febraro, actually, he's been all over the ice to start this game, at least in the first 4 minutes. A little bit of a hook from behind, and Kelly, he's going to get called for it. Power play upcoming for Ward Melville. So the first power play does belong to Ward Melville off the draw. They try to pinch the board off the glass, but can't. So it clears the zone and goes all the way down. Blake Febraro is back there to collect. Febraro on the long stretch pass to the neutral zone. Ward Melville now break through, quickly lose control of the puck. Lemaire will clear it. Jockeyed into the offensive end. Gayante looking for some room. Jason Mills gets pinched into the corner. Puck comes to the blue line, but not out. East Islip, another opportunity, and this time they clear. Lemaire chasing forward, but can't get the better of Febraro, who was already back. 1 minute gone by in the power play. Here comes Blake on his horse, cutting past the blue line. Lining up for a shot, elevates it too high. Spins off the glass and back into Ward Melville's own end. Harms the first one to it. Pressured by Blashuk, finds the open man in his zone. Shot is turned aside by Sasso, and his defense picks up the loose change, chucks it down the length of the ice. 30 more seconds on the power play. About 6 minutes gone by in the first period as well. Still no score here on the South Rink at the rinks in Hauppauge. East Islip. Blow a tire right there from Freisch. Make that Matthew Freisum, actually. Nolan Febraro absorbs some contact along the boards. Nolan trying to center it. Pops high into the air and should be able to be cleared. Freisum was there for it. Brian Freisum now getting it ahead. A shot on goal. Schneider is good for the save. Power play is over. East Islip effectively killing it off. 8:38 remaining in the first period. Lemaire, a shot through traffic, did reach net front. I think Schneider got a piece of it. Now for East Islip, trying to settle it down. Almost a pass out in front, hit off a skate. That definitely would have been a dangerous opportunity. DePiri. His shot twists off. Kearney is able to clear. Ward Melville send it back the way it came. East Islip with a little bit of time. Justin Lemaire. Gets it ahead. Pass almost intercepted by Andrew. Long range shot from Blake Fabaro. Deflects into the netting. We'll get another pause. Chiefs clear efficiently off the D-zone jaw. Here comes Blashchuk trying to cut across a couple of defenders, makes a man fall down to the ice, then gets lit up himself. Blashchuk joined by a couple of teammates as they dig to get control out of the right wing corner. It's taken away, and now Ward Melville get a chance to go on the attack. Good defense and an offsides call will shut that down. Halfway gone in the first period. Turnover. Here's EI out in front. Schneider gets a piece of the puck, prevents that dangerous opportunity. Great save from him. Back the other way now for Ward Melville. Nolan Fabraro looking for a centering feed. Interrupted by Blashchuk. He'll take it ahead. On the backhand, taking a hit, drops it off. Shot on goal, and Schneider another stop. Lemaire off the draw. Trying to get it back, but Ward Melville interrupt at the blue line. Plenty of space and speed. Giante taking a shot on Sasso. Big rebound. No one was there for it. Lemaire pokes it out into the neutral zone. Slow puck. Taken by East Islip. Puck into the slot. Friesen collects on the backhand. Carries wide. Centering feed. Lemaire couldn't get to it. Schneider was quicker. Blashchuk will go in for the draw, wins it back. Or Melville do a good job stepping up on the puck right there, and they get a clear out of it. Sasso tested, and he'll make a stop. EI trying to flip it off, and Ward Melville are able to hold in. Still 0-0. Almost 10 minutes gone by in the period. Blaszczuk racing in, passing off to his left. Shot on goal. Schneider a save. Blaszczuk the rebound. Can't poke it into the net. It dribbles off wide to the left. Now behind the goal. East Islip still in the offensive end. Blaszczuk finding the open man in the slot. Shot through traffic. Doesn't get to Schneider. And it's pitched far out of the zone by Ward Melville. Friesen back. Elusive. Maybe getting numbers, but instead it's a turnover. Ward Melville now into the rush. Blaszczuk on the back check. Fabraro, fancy feet at the blue line. Drifts right, takes a shot, tips in front, rebound, they score. First goal of the game belongs to Ward Melville, largely thanks Fabraro right back to it, almost playing a shot on Schneider. You saw how quickly he dropped down. Doesn't want to give up an own goal to tie up the game. Drag shot, Sasso, blocker save. Deflects onto the near boards, East Islip. Jockey for it, send it out to Fabraro, now go on to the forecheck. Kearney. Pestering from behind, Fabraro blows past him. Fabraro, long-range shot, Sasso another blocker save, has his defenseman to clean out the trash in front. Fabraro gets through 3 East Islip players. Drops it off now, Nolan Fabraro back to his brother, a weak shot. Sasso makes quick work of it. To the blue line now, potentially a breakaway. Here comes Lemaire racing down the ice. Shot a little too high. Rebound opportunity. Schneider was in position for it. The shot never came. Clears the zone now. That's Kelly to dump it in. Nolan Fabraro there for it. Pressured by 2 Chiefs players on the forecheck. They generate the turnover. Pass out in front. Schneider makes the save with his chest. Another turnover now for East Islip. Really taking advantage on this shift. Reynolds with some room, lining up a shot, loads it. It's blocked. It was quickly closed down by Nolan Fabraro. His brother takes it behind the net. Pinched into the boards. Under 3 minutes to play in the first period. Ward Melville, their only goal. Coming off a couple of deflections out in front. Kelly will chase after it, turning around for a quick shot. Bogorowski couldn't keep it in the zone. Nolan Fabraro, speed like his brother, gets it in deep. An awkward bounce on the puck makes it a little hard to control, so Reynolds steps on top of it, sends it out. Potential breakaway. Lemaire with some speed, getting it ahead, push from behind. Any penalty on the play, referees deem it clean. So we just pause with 2:11. Off the draw, Bogorowski. Almost with a tip right there. East Islip fans like it. They reacted heavily to the shot. Under 2 minutes to play in the opening period. Bogorowski looking for the hit along the boards. Sasso with a save. Almost put out in front, but it hits off his stick, deflects to the far glass. Rattles around now down low. Sasso puts his glove on top of it as it almost came out in front. EI. Dumping in with Plaschuk, chasing after it. Has Kearney at net front if they could get the feed there. Febraro doing great work with his stick down low. Febraro now breaks it out. He has plenty of speed, trying to burn past the defenseman who stayed home. Febraro cuts middle, takes a shot. Blocker saves Sasso, goes high into the air and hits off the netting. We'll get another pause here at the rinks. Sasso doing a great job so far with this rebound control. So many shots that he's faced, but I feel like every time there's a hard shot, that thing is either popped to the boards or popped behind the net. Good tip on the puck from Lemaire. Swept the puck a little bit farther in. Freisch now challenging off the near wall. Backed up by Blaschuk, who turns for a shot. Schneider will cover it up and does draw the whistle. 44 ticks remaining. Blaschuk on the draw. Gets it back to Kearney. It's poked off his stick and out of the zone. East Islip need to check up. Friesen gives it off to Blaschuk with a little bit of room. Drags it in front of a man. Blaschuk, a shot saved by Schneider. Rebound out in front, and Schneider dives on top of it. Great double save right there from the Ward Melville netminder. We'll take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Blaschuk initially getting it out in front. Schneider gets on top of it, sees the puck right there. Cat-like reflexes to extend his glove and kill off the play. Rebounds create goals. Kearney off the draw now, trying to get it back to Friesen. It's tipped away from him or Melville. They could have numbers racing forward onto the puck. Friesen doing a good job getting back, and that should do it for the rush. Blaschuk going back the other way, levels a man at the blue line, sends it forward. Lemaire for Kearney, couldn't handle the pass. Looking for Blaschuk on the other side, and that didn't go through either. Reaching net front, Lemaire collects a wobbling puck on the goal line. Circles it around, and that will do it for the period as the clock hits 0. We'll be right back here on the LI Sports Network for the start of the second. And we're back for the second period. Ward Melville hopping out to a 1-0 lead. East Islip have been plenty close, though. Off the draw, Ward Melville will get possession of the puck. Febraro, both brothers have been doing a lot of great work for Ward Melville this game. Obviously that being both Nolan and Blake. Battle at the far side. Nolan comes away with it. Looking to race past a couple of players. Drops it off, and then a pass is intercepted by East Islip. 14:20 to play in the second period. Ward Melville intercepting a home run pass right there. In on net, and a good stop from Schneider. He's been tested a lot recently. Shot up high, almost beat Schneider on his blocker side. Blaschuk takes a bounce off the referees, but couldn't control it. Ward Melville wheel it out. Patriots now into the offensive ends. Puck spun down low. East Islip with a chance to break away. Reynolds, little pirouette move, finds Blaschuk. Racing past the blue line. Pressured into the boards. Blaschuk stays strong, takes a shot on goal. Schneider is safe, and he'll cover it up as well. Shot from the outside, whistles wide over to the right. Kelly collects at the blue line, looking for a tip, doesn't come through. Blaschuk pressuring against Febraro, gets it around the boards. Febraro takes a hit. Febraro with some room, cut off, great angle. Turnover anyways, goes back toward Melville. Febraro overskates a puck. Kelly trying to get involved on the play. Febraro gets the feed down low, trying to get in front of Reynolds. Spins away from him. Now Reynolds walks up the near boards. Step up at the blue line will be called onsides by the referees. Febraro takes it anyways, though, with his brother behind him. Kearney gets his stick into Febraro, and then they pinch him in on a two-man play. Febraro, a long ranger. Sasso gets to it. Kelly the rebound. Febraro, big hit. East Islip break it up and out anyways. Lemaire chips it in. One man to beat on the forecheck. Kearney was there for support. Reynolds takes it off the boards. Long range shot blocked out in front, and Schneider will cover up the rebounds. Draw over to the right. Lemaire gets it. His shot blocked. Ends up loose in the right wing corner. Kearney after it, comes along the boards for a blast from the blue line. Once again, traffic in front from Ward Melville prevents Schneider from even needing to make a save. That one gets through. Right back to the blue line. Plenty of shots for East Islip. Now Schneider gloves it out of the air to stop play. 11:09 remaining in the third. Off the draw, pressure out in front. Lemaire coming for it. Has Friesen at the blue line. Instead, Kearney steps onto it. Lemaire for a shot. That almost snuck through. Instead, it's for Freisum on the other side. Spins it. Kearney looking for Lemaire out in front. Didn't have the connection. Now it's time and space for the Patriots to get it in deep after an extended defensive zone shift. Give it right back over. Here's Freisum. Freisum cutting in on the backhander. His shot a little too shallow, so it whistles through the cage. EI just barely keeping it alive. Freisum, another shot. It's a left blocker save. Kearney looking for someone out in front. Has Lemaire on the connection. Rebound. Freisum shoots it wide. Kearney with it again. Bats it. Freisum. His forehand couldn't get through. Plenty of pressure for EI right now. They just can't find the shots on goal. 5 minutes gone by in the second period. Feels like EI is on the precipice of a game-tying goal, and we're going to get a whistle. Some extra stuff after that whistle. Should be plenty of penalties for the referees to sort through. So Dominic Fischbach with the only goal so far assisted by Blake Febraro. That came in the first period. That's the scoreline you see right now. Referees are over on the far side talking over the various penalties that are going to be enforced. And I will read them off to you once I get them in the live game feed. Matchup going on behind us over in the North Rinks, also on the Long Island Sports Network, if you want to check that one out, is between KPC and West Islip. 0-0 the score. Should still be in the first period, if not early second. Right now, 3 players are in the box per side. Does affect Ward Melville a little bit more considering they have less numbers to begin with. So it's going to be a very short bench for the Patriots coaching staff to work with. Joseph Sasso and Ethan Schneider have been fantastic in their respective second starts of the season. Schneider yet to give up a goal after conceding 6 in his first start. Sasso giving up 1 after conceding 3 in his first start. Once again, my name is Kevin Broderick, joined by Wally Mitchell on camera. Extended conversation now between the scorer and the referees as well, as one of our lead officials goes over to talk to the East Islip bench. We've only had one penalty in the game up until this point. That was on Kelly, a 2-minute hooking call back in the first. So it looks like we're going to skate 4 aside for the next 2 minutes. No, referees putting the full 5 out there. So 3 offsetting penalties will just put us right back to play at 5-on-5 like I mentioned. Bit of an advantage for East Islip, and they're quick to start off with it. A backhand shot testing Schneider. He's better. Rebound out in front. Another one on Schneider that he got his glove on, I believe. Now Ward Melville clearing it out. Fabraro taking the puck. His shot deflects off of Lemaire. Fabraro. Fischbach trying to snipe that top right corner. Sasso made the save. Harms in his own ends, turning it over. Pass out in front. Through the 5-hole and in. Luke Leroux ties it up 1-1. Take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. So you look at the play right there. Nice backhand shot on the initial turnaround for the forehand. Finds an angle, scores the goal, 1-1 now. So we do have a 10-minute misconduct enforced on Ward Melville for head contact. So Ward Melville will be playing a player short on their bench, that is, for a while to come. Hunter to Perry to take the first penalty. Samuel Canino, also a 2-minute minor for head contact, and will also serve a 10 minutes misconduct for the same penalty. Here comes Fabraro, and on the attack, Kelly takes it away, banks it hard into the glass, trying to clear, held up at the blue line. Second effort does get it out of the zone for the Chiefs. About 8 minutes to play in the second period now. Fabraro trying to turn the angle on Leroux. Gets past him. Fabraro, shot, saved by Sasso, deflects to the far boards. Blaschuk, hit by Fabraro, gets the better of him. Now Leroux is off to the races. Throws it in off the backhand, his team in hot pursuit. Another great hit in open ice. Inga definitely getting the better of the other Fabraro. That was Nolan. Halfway gone in this game. Inga, he's flying forward, has some room, looks for the shot. Blocker save by Schneider. Kelly on the rebound, throws it out in front. Big loose change out in front. But no one from East Islip can convert on the opportunity. Reynolds walking down Main Street, fires it wide over the left. Kelly on a second opportunity, it's blocked in front. Reynolds flies in, tries to center. Or Melville get to it. Held in. Friesen a shot, no good. Inga, back pass, looking for Reynolds. Now Ward Melville with a chance to clear. Kelly holds it alive. Referees say that he went offsides. So with 6:22, we'll take another pause, take a face-off from the neutral zone. Andrew Lemaire, also a 2-minute minor on that earlier debacle. Brian Frisom, 2-minute minor and a 10-minute misconduct. So plenty of 10-minute misconducts for all of those players. They will be sitting in the penalty box for a while. Fischbach trying to get that loose puck off the boards, loses control to East Islip. Good interception from Febraro in the neutral zone, prevents a breakaway against Schneider. Fischbach to Febraro, trying to return the favor. Febraro instead takes it up himself. Looking for room on the blue line, instead he'll just dump. Lemaire sweeps it off the low boards. East Islip should have enough to clear. Febraro interrupting the breakout, and he'll find a reload. Cuts left at the blue line. Elusive, a shot, hits too much traffic. Spronk will give it off. Silverstein. East Islip, chance to dump and chase. Shot taken on Schneider. Makes one save, make it two. Schneider staying strong on the post. Fischbach trying to get his speed going forward. Fischbach cuts left, takes a shot. Sasso, glove save. Febraro trying to win the faceoff. Blaszczuk gets the better of him. Out to Kearney. Kearney weaves past the blue line, trying to leave it off for Blaszczuk. A little bit of miscommunication, but it turns into a shot interrupted. Blaszczuk gets it back in the high slot, ramps it off a stick. It pops up above the goal. Kearney dancing at the goal line. Poked away from him. Kelly sends it in off the end boards. Frisom to step up at the far side. Frisom locking horns. Gets it down low for his team. An awkward angle shot from Blaszczuk. Still gets on net, and then another opportunity from the half wall. Schneider just getting a blocker on it. Blaszczuk, good move into the slot. Blaszczuk elevating on the backhand. Couldn't get it through the bodies in front. Tripped up behind the net. That's going to be a power play. East Islip a chance to crack this game open, find their first lead. A little bit of confusion about who's supposed to be where. Now we'll get the power play going. Glove down by Frisom. Good job from him to keep the play alive. Kearney with some space. He scores. On the power play, East Islip lead 2-1. Kyle Kearney collecting his first goal of the season to do it. Take a look at the replay. Simple as you like it. You put pucks on net, good things happen. 3:47 to play in the second period. East Islip on top for the first time. Face-off forced into their zone. Quick pressure comes through for Ward Melville. Leroux had the first goal for East Islip. Trying to send it ahead past the blue line. Febraro gets to it. Febraro harassed. Leroux creates a turnover in front. Rings it off the bar. Ward Melville still having a hard time breaking out. Leroux will chase after it again. Leroux tapping it along the boards. Plenty of open players for East Islip. Spin move into the circle. Shot. Schneider a save. .308 to play in the second. It's definitely picking it up right now for East Islip. Leroux wins a face-off. No shot from it. Febraro clears. Back for Lemaire. Banks it off the walls. Here's Reynolds. Sweeps it across. Tap pass. Leroux now. Spins through a little bit of traffic. Forced off to the half wall. Bouncing puck does go in front for a second, but Reynolds wasn't there for it. Lemaire at the blue line. Surveys his shot. Interrupted by green shirts. Back to him. Second shot, bouncer on net, and Schneider makes the save. 2:39 to play in the second period. You're watching the LI Sports Network. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by Wally Mitchell on camera. Leroux off the draw. Trying to win it back to Reynolds. Gets spun into the boards. Fischbach, bank pass to Febraro. Febraro rims it around and clears the zone. Ward Melville can go on the attack. 2:22 to play in the second period. Breakout to Leroux. It was dangerous in front of the net. Reynolds falling to his knees, just trying to sweep a pass to the left wing. Instead, it belongs to Febraro in his own end. Looking for Fischbach, interrupted. Leroux sends a lollipop pass to be chased after by Reynolds. Reynolds out in front. Leroux, a shot. Deflected, batted down, still loose in the crease. And now Ward Melville have it. They can clear. Skating 2-on-2 forward. Here comes Fischbach. Fading off to his left. Now cutting back right. Sends a pass through the crease. No one was home. Fischbach down behind the play. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain. Reynolds looking to get it out. Fischbach now up and walking off. He does have the only goal of the game for Ward Melville. Under 2 minutes to play in the second period. The goal from Kyle Kearney, officially assisted by Matthew Frysum. As Febraro gets an opportunity, Sasso says no thank you. Face off now for Luke Febraro. Excuse me, Nolan Febraro. Blaschuk trying to get it back to Sasso. He'll cover up. .10 left on the second period. Nolan on the draw, can't win it away from Blaschuk. Puck squeaks free into the boards, rattles around a couple of skates, now comes out in front. And Frysum finds it first for East Islip to shut down any danger. Blaschuk wheeling, looking to deal, it's intercepted. Febraro on the spot, trying to send it ahead to his brother. Here's Nolan, plenty of speed, trying to be angled off by Kelly. Intense battle below the goal line, and Kelly wins it. Throws it around the boards, looking to clear the zone, and East Islip do get it out. Potentially on the rush. More hits. Blaschuk through a crowd, gets it off. Inga, a shot. Fabraro gets it in his skates, deflects once again to the boards. Inga back with it. Half wall shot. Schneider is safe. Rebound. Blaszczuk couldn't get there. Puck does clear the blue line as Friesen just tries to put it back in. 3 seconds left in the second period. Make it 2-1. Zeros on the clock. We're through 30 minutes of play. 15 minutes remain. 2-1 East Islip. We'll be right back on the LI Sports Network. And we're back for the third and final period, not only of this game, but for the day here on the South Rinks in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. JV matchup right now, East Islip, Ward Melville, 2-1 the score. East Islip with a great second period to generate that lead. Most recent goal coming from Kyle Kearney, assisted by Matthew Friesen. Goal before that was Luke Leroux, assisted by Justin Bogorowski. So now with that 1-goal lead, East Islip trying to hold on to it. They're 1-0 already on the season. Ward Melville 0-1. Offsides, and East Islip have to touch up. Dumped in, and we'll get an icing against East Islip. So the face-off will come back and happen in front of Sasso. If you see the party in the penalty box, that's because there was a little bit of a schism. A little bit of extracurriculars, little shenanigans happening early on into the second period. So a couple of players are serving 10-minute misconducts. That does mean Ward Melville has a bit of a shorter bench, some tired legs potentially before they get those guys back out onto the ice. It's 3 apiece on either side, so it's not the end of the world, but East Islip do have a couple more players in attendance. Kearney trying to play it past the blue line was intercepted. Now Fischbach has a chance to angle. Justin Lumiere was there to play solid defense. Fischbach, sharp angle and a shoulder save from Sasso. Fischbach now pressed into the boards by Robert Harrison. Fischbach trying to take it away, and it's poked loose. East Islip can wheel. Dropped off. Bogorowski fans on his shot. Now gets it back out in front. The backhander just goes wide to the left. Dangerous. Leroux can't feed in front. Loose puck. Palomara pokes at it. Comes to Friesen, long range. Traffic makes that hard to see from Schneider, but thankfully for him, it deflects off to the right. 2 minutes gone by in the third period. Here comes Kearney. Pressured from behind. Fades off to the right side. Kearney getting it below the goal line. Bogorowski with some room. His shot deflects off a body, ends up in the glass. Blaszczuk picks it there. Trying to get to some space in the high slot, cutting almost through some traffic, but here comes a breakaway. Fischbach in on net, harassed from behind. He shoots and scores. Second of the day, ties the game at 2. As we'll take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Fischbach just getting in on net, staying strong, picking the 5-hole. Number 13 lighting it up so far for the Patriots. That's goal 1 and 2 on the season for Dominic. Inga, through so many sticks, gives it off for Blaszczuk. Interrupted in his shooting motion, still gets in front to Schneider. Loose puck goes off to the left side of the goal. Long drive, Schneider to save. Reynolds keeps it alive at the blue line, looking for something in the slot, gets it out in front, poked into the air, and Schneider gloves it down. Rangers beat the Islanders in a preseason overtime bout. Jets lost to the Dolphins. What else is new? Reynolds spinning through traffic, off to the right circle. Reynolds looking for an angle, snaps it wide over to the left. Held alive by Kelly, puts it back towards net. Blaszczuk looking for the puck, and his shot will be once again saved by Schneider. Gets on top of it for the whistle. Off the draw, Blaszczuk can't win it out. Comes to Reynolds at the blue line, looks for an angle. His shot reaches the end boards, banks to Reynolds, puts it out in front, but Ward Melville is there first. Fischbach does clear the zone, just barely past Kelly. Reynolds back for it, feeds Kelly, one more pass, gets it into the offensive end, but quickly onto it is Matthew Braun. Back pass, Blaszczuk on the forecheck. Good little bump there from Kelly at the blue line. EI, a little bit of rush behind this. Puck sent almost out in front. Now a shot from the slot. Blocker save, Schneider, and a good one at that. Been a close game so far. Wouldn't be surprised if we need overtime to decide it. Fischbach. Smoked out from behind his net. Reynolds gets the intercept on the breakout, trying to push this in low. Just wild whacks at the puck, finally does get it clear for Ward Melville. Blaszczuk has a good angle here. Blaszczuk a shot. Fabraro, that's a name I haven't said in a little bit. Now Fabraro finding some space, barely leaves the puck behind him, so he'll try to backhand it forward. This belongs to Friesen. Friesen to the slot. Shot not going there. Under 10 to play in regulation. Here comes Fabraro, angled off the puck. Little bit of frustration there from Nolan as well as he whacks his stick against the boards. This is a breakout for Leroux, in on net, he scores! Luke Leroux, 2 goals on the game and a go-ahead for East Islip. As you take a look at that break-in, just stunned Schneider right there. EI back up by 1, 9:40 to play in regulation. Off the draw, LaRoe right back into the offensive end. A shot on Schneider, and this time he'll pounce on top of it. Off the draw, LaRoe trying to win it back to his defense. Instead, he'll take it himself. Bogarowski out in front, couldn't tip it. Harms looking for a man up ice. Pass taken away by East Islip. Now dumped in. Schneider plays it with his paddle and curls it up. Does get the whistle. He's trying to slow this game down a little bit for his team. And East Islip were originally down by 1, so Ward Melville, they know what it's like to lead in this game. They also know what it's like to tie it up. This game is far from over. Puck barely held alive at the blue line. Good stick from Harrison. Dumps it into the right wing corner for his forwards to hound after. Ward Melville come away with it instead. They'll wheel it up the left wing. Flip to the opposite side. Fabraro trying to handle a bouncing puck. Almost sweeps it in front with a bat-like motion. Lemaire, good pressure at the blue line. Still kept in by Ward Melville. Lemaire a second opportunity, and this time does sweep it away. Ward Melville looking to clear the zone. It's a turnover. Kearney bringing it down the left flank. Back pass for Friesum. Settles a rolling puck, keeps it in at the blue line. Dekes out 2, trying to beat a third. Kearney is there for backup. 4 Ward Melville players all swarm the puck. Now they don't have numbers down low. Kearney for a shot. Schneider makes an important save. 8:10 to play, make it 8:11 to play in the third period. Kearney on the draw. Back to Friesum. In the slot. His shot. Schneider gets it in the gut. Back to the draw for Kearney. Fabraro gets it. Looks to wheel behind his net. Gives it away to Kearney. Looks to pass it out in front. Has a man. Lamar on the follow-up. He scores. 2-goal cushion now for East Islip. Assist should belong to Kyle Kearney. .7:55 remaining in the third. Joseph Sasso has to be happy about the way his offense is performing right now. 4 goals on the night. Andrew Lemaire, the assist from Kyle Kearney, the official goal scorer at .7:55. East Islip now up by 2. Of course, before that was Luke LaRoe from Justin Bogarowski. Rebound out in front for Fabraro. Sasso was tracking it the whole time. Back to the blue line, held alive. Harms looking to do something with it, but just gives it away. Friesum takes a huge hit. Both players fall to the ice. Halfway gone by in the third period, half remains. Blashchuk gets a turnover, down low. Schneider a save, puck still loose. Blashchuk pokes at it, opportunity. Schneider another save, and he robs him point blank. Dial that up on the replay. Schneider coming up huge right there. Didn't have the rebound originally. Stays with it. Makes a save right there. Robs him on the glove and closes the mitt. And we're going to get a timeout. Steps aside here on the LI Sports Network and be right back for the final 7:12 of regulation. And we're back here on the LI Sports Network. 7:12 remaining in this JV matchup between Ward Melville and East Islip. The Chiefs with the last 2 goals in the game from Lemaire and Leroux. As we get back to action after the timeout from Ward Melville, just trying to settle the troops, regather themselves, look to tie up this game before it's too late. 6:50, definitely enough time for 2 goals. They already have one this period from Fischbach. Dominic has both goals in the game for the Patriots as Blaschuk rips it from the slot. The caravan and bodies in front does block it out. Blaschuk trying to weave through his own teammate right there, loses it. Sorry, Fischbach trying to weave through, gives it away to Blaschuk, gets in front. Blaschuk trying to find a man down low. His pass was interrupted. 6:20 to play. Centering bid does reach the blue paint. Blaschuk a shot, didn't get much on it. Friesen stepping up to keep the puck in, but Ward Melville should be able to clear from Febraro. Blaschuk again with control. Pushes it forward. 1 man to beat. Blaschuk trying to get out in front. Schneider is saved. Stays alive with Febraro down low. Banked off the boards. Reynolds, a wild hack at it. Now it belongs to Febraro. Here comes Blake. Up the ice, it's poked loose from him. Fischbach can't do anything either. Big hit from Nolan. He'll sweep it in. Kelly pitches it off the boards. Clears the zone all the way back. .5:13 to play. East Islip just trying to kill off the time. It is 4-2. Bogorowski pressuring Braun at the point. Now Leroux with the puck. Gets it into the O zone. 4:40 remaining. Leroux looking for a man, a little bit of communication. Kelly steps up, dumps it past the blue line. Can't get it past Braun. Dumped in again, and now Braun has to chase after it. Bogorowski, towards the end of his shift, will reach the puck first in the right wing corner. It shimmies up the boards to Reynolds, who punches it back down. To the far side now, a little bit of space for Ward Melville to clear, and they will. Reynolds recollects, has 2 men chasing him on either flank. He'll take it behind the net. Sasso trying to provide a little bit of a pick. East Islip do clear, shut down any dangerous chance that Ward Melville might have had with numbers. And now here's Bogorowski with a turnover. His shot will go wide of the net. Lemaire flying in. He's got fresh legs. Lemaire collects with a little bit of space to work with. Brings it to the circle. A backhand shot was a little too weak to get through the zone. Leroux, a pair of goals in the game, gives it over to Febraro. Swings it around the boards. 3:30 to play in the third period. 4-2 still the score. East Islip lead. To the blue line now. EI more than comfortable just killing off time in the offensive end. Lemaire to step up to try to keep this play going. Couple of teammates back him up just in case it squirts by. Febraro looking for it, finds it. Now challenging Lemaire. Angles him towards the board, so Febraro just has to dump in, and once again, it's out of the zone. Fischbach also has a pair of goals in the game. Dominic building it up, cutting through the neutral zone. Off to the left over the blue line, getting around Kearney. Takes a shot, Sasso is saved. Trying to follow up off the rebound. Under 3 minutes to play in the third period. And it's cleared once more. Hits off the referee. Lemaire could have been robbed of a goal right there. Bogorowski has it tipped off his puck. Febraro with an explosive hit. Comes over to Fischbach. Does he have a hat trick in him? Here comes Febraro. Lots of speed off to the right, forces Sasso to make a blocker save. Rebound goes back to the Patriots. Long range shot, not a lot of traffic. Sasso turns it aside. Just over 2 minutes to play in regulation. Febraro puts it out in front. A shot hits off the bar. Fischbach looking for the open man. Pressure coming from Kearney. Double team from Friesen. Gets it out in front. Johnny on the spot right there was Matthew Friesen, and he'll twist it around the boards all the way out. Paddled aside by Schneider. $1:30 left in regulation. Friesen. Now ahead. Kearney will chase after it. Has Lemaire as the man behind. Kearney trying to play it net front. Lets it go to Lemaire. Now Friesen drags around one player. Gives it to Kearney on the backhand. Has plenty of time. Thinks about it. Finds Matthew Friesen at the blue line. Here's Blake Febraro. He has plenty of explosive speed. Under a minute to play in regulation. Febraro dangles through a pair. His shot goes off to the left. Sasso would have been in position to make the save had it been on net. 45 seconds left. Lemaire will send it the length. Febraro going back with the net empty now for Ward Melville. Fischbach, one last rush maybe. 28 seconds left. He's off to the right circle, pulling up on the skates. Feeding it towards the middle. Shot popped in the air by Sasso. Rebound goes behind the goal line. Spun out to the neutral zone. 15 seconds left in regulation, and it looks like East Islip's gonna do it. They stay strong, take home a 4-2 victory. Couple of hits at the end, perhaps. 2 seconds left on the clock. So it'll be one last face-off. Puck drop, Kearney taps it ahead, and the horn will sound here on the South Rinks. East Islip, a 4-2 victory against Ward Melville. Thank you so much for watching and listening to the LI Sports Network. My name is Kevin Broderick, joined by Wally Mitchell on the camera. The final of our 3 games here on the South Rinks. And with that, we wish you a very good night and safe travels if you're at the rinks to get home. Once again, final score, East Islip 4, Ward Melville 2.